Just big time musical family. My sister and I were big into music in the 80s and all of the 80s or all of the kind of Euro pop stuff from Kraftwerk to New Order and all this stuff, all the good stuff. And even cheesy stuff, Duran Duran, all of it. I mean, we were just big time, and it had a huge record collection, my sister and I. And actually, it was hers, and I just
older
it.
sister? Was it
no,
older?
younger.
Oh, younger?
Yeah,
but
she spent all her money on it, so I was really kind of a pimp. I really
just mooching
got
off her
mad
good
use
music.
of those records. They'd be laying out on the floor, she'd just lose her mind. Yeah, when I got into high school is when I really started to kind of make some plans, I guess.
Okay, well, when did that happen? About what age?
Right when I realized I hated high school, and knew that
Why did you hate high school?
Well, I just didn't. I don't know. I just didn't like the people.
Really?
I've always said I wanted to be 30 years old since I was like 13. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
And I still want to be 30. I still want to be 30. I'm 43 and I want to be 30.
I heard the song by this artist that was kind of like down-tempo electronic, and he used this pan flute, and it was kind of like down-tempo electronic with very ethereal, and it was just, I had never heard it before, and it just kind of blew my mind. Was there a moment like that for you?
Yeah.
Where you heard something and it was just like, what is this?
Yes. The song by Gary Newman, Cars, back in the late 70s, early 80s, whenever it was. I think it might have been 78, 79.
So you were going to Marshall Music regularly,
yeah,
checking out records there.
They had all kinds of analog gear then.
It had a wide range.
I used to go in there and beat on the drum machines and mess with the synths and they would ask us to leave a lot of times because seriously
for a
we're just
while. Yeah.
If you've ever been a Guitar Center or any place, some knucklehead just has the keyboard turned up all the way and he's like
right,
and other people are just trying to shop and that was me. I was that kid. But my cousin had a Technics keyboard and it had drum sounds in it, kind of like stuff you hear like a lot of hipsters using, just these weird little Casio beats and stuff. It had that kind of thing, but it had some like bossa nova, kind of dancey beats and stuff. It was a higher end version of maybe those Casios. So
I see.
He's like, he let me borrow it, and I just, that opened it up. And I did some weird track to track thing I was doing with tape to tape, like recording. I'd record a track, and then I'd take that tape and play it back and play on top of it and record it in this weird way, man. I'm telling you, I'd record tracks and tracks, and by the time I was done, it was so hissed out and so cluttered with like hiss sound because it was it was really a weird process but it helped. It was a way to track.
Well, yeah, let's maybe jump forward a little bit. We're talking about, atmosphere, melody, harmonies being a big part of your music.
The album's called Amazing Things, and that's basically, to me, what being a father the last 2 years has been. Just amazing, things along the way, and just what a great mood and what a great place I'm in. When it turns out, when I had to make the album, and make the cuts, these are the perfect songs.